Hello again. Thank you for checking out another brief video. Today I want to talk about George Gammon, and he's one of the guys that I would kind of listen to on a regular basis. And the current war that we have going on in Iran and some of the fertilizer oriented products that typically would go through the Straits of Hormuz and make their way to the global marketplace in order to grow food and just produce what we produce as a world. And the specific things that I think are worth noting are the following. One is the straits have been shut down for around 2 months at this point. And that basically means that we are going to start to see and already are starting to see some disruptions in what's going to show up on the shelves at the stores of the products, or probably the first place we're going to see it is more of behind the scenes and more of industrial and commercial applications of the fertilizers that are applied to our growing patterns globally. And there has been a major delay, primarily, in my opinion, due to the fact that, listen, every business is going to have some inventory on hand. And I couldn't tell you exactly like how much, but that's just how businesses run. Like they plan for minor dislocations in supply chains, and they plan for weather anomalies. They basically have been accustomed to getting burned in the past, and that's caused them to take actions to circumvent being burned in the future, right? So most businesses that are in fertilizer are on the larger side, and that's just how they work. So up to this point, there hasn't been a big dislocation in fertilizers that have been able to be acquired for applications. But in the future, I believe that will come, just like it's coming for oil and oil-related assets, to get to the places across the globe that they need to go to be used. And I think as we see this more and more, we are going to see more impact on prices. Okay, so what does this mean for us as consumers? I would not be at all shocked if we saw agricultural prices, could be anything, could be corn, could be wheat, could be food, could be other forms of food, could be beef, could be chicken. You know, there's no knowing exactly what all things are going to be impacted by this shutdown of the straits. But as we see the second and third and fourth and fifth order effects on our economy, in my opinion, it is going to have some impact on prices. And I think that something for us to watch and just pay attention to is the prices of not only some of the stocks that that produce fertilizers. That would be something to watch, but also some of these food producers that are going to see the price of the underlying commodity which they deal with change over time. And probably similar to what happened after COVID, we saw some spikes in prices, and after things settled back down and markets kind of went back to more normal, we saw those prices kind of trend back down slowly over time and resort back to more of what I would consider normal. I would contend that this is what we are going to experience here in the short term. I don't know exactly when, but I would expect this as a consumer. In the ways that I would kind of plan for this: one, I would think about your investments, and two, I would think about some of your expenses. If you can pre-buy things, if that's in your interest or up your alley, you could do that at the store. Obviously, a lot of food you can't pre-buy because it goes bad. But these are just some things that I could see that are going to be facing us over the near term here that we could watch for. And we'll see what the future holds with this war. I have no idea when this is going to end, but the longer this plays out, the longer the dislocations are going to be, the more severe they're going to be, in my opinion, and the more it's going to impact us as consumers. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, hit us up. If you want to know how we can give any advice about your investment portfolio, you can hit us up about that too. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.